Today I have a really huge formula, and this formula is something to support pelvic floor health, to support sort of urinary and uterine health, and so let me go ahead and go through it with you. First off, I have here a group of really astringent herbs with a lot of affinity for pelvic floor health, uterine health. We're starting off with yarrow. Yarrow has some additional superpowers, really helpful for circulatory health as well. This is lady's mantle, and lady's mantle is astringent and really, really helpful when there's some pelvic floor insufficiency, or just, general stagnation in the pelvic floor and maybe a tendency towards congestion or towards accumulation of fluids. Raspberry leaf here is one that you may be very familiar with for uterine health. And again, it is astringent. All of these are astringent to help tone up the walls of the uterus, again, especially when there's sluggishness. This is heather. Heather flowers are really, really tasty. And heather is a strong diuretic with specific affinity to the cardiovascular system as well. So it's really supporting both the movement of fluids and the interstitial fluids, but also cardiovascular health, helping the flow of blood through the body. All right. So then we have here our one other real mover. This is Damiana, and Damiana is more of a circulatory mover, but with a lot of pelvic floor efficiency. So for somebody who has a lot of congestion or stagnation in the pelvic floor, Damiana is really going to help get the blood moving throughout that area. And then, of course, nettles. Nettles is highly nutritive. It's a lot of kidney support. It is astringent, and it has a lot of lower trunk affinity. It's diuretic. It's going to help get the fluid out of the interstitial spaces. Then we're going to bring in some calendula, and calendula is really supportive of the lymphatic system. So again, we've got a bunch of diuretics here, and we want to make sure that we're moving them up and out of the lower body so that they can be removed from the body, right? Calendula also provides us with some liver support as well. So thanks for that, calendula. And then we have two tasty friends here. We have orange peels, who are delicious. They also provide great nutritive value, some liver benefits, and we have ginger. Ginger is also really tasty, and a lot of these herbs are on the bitter side. So I really wanted to put something in there that would taste good, but also ginger is a really powerful circulatory mover. And whenever you are dealing with stagnation or sluggishness, then having that warming circulatory action is really important. So here is my jar. I'm just going to make up this, not in a fancy teapot. I'm just going to put it in a jar today. And here are all those herbs. So you see I've got quite a bit of herb content in my jar, but then I also have quite a bit of herb. I put 3 spoonsful of nettle, that's this first layer here on the bottom, and the rest of the herbs got 1 big spoonful, except the orange peels, because obviously those wouldn't fit on a spoon, so I just grabbed a few and tossed them in there. So now I'm going to fill this up with boiling water. I'm going to let it steep for several hours, and then I will strain it and enjoy it this afternoon. My purpose here is really to help get the lymph flowing. I run cold. I have some stagnation. I know that I have to sit to do a bunch of computer work today, even though I will take some breaks for walks. I do know that I'll be sitting more than I would like. So I want to help my body be ready to move stuff out and not get too stagnant. And this also is going to be a tea that will provide some support to varicose veins as well. Or if you were a person who had lower body edema, then this would be helpful and supportive for that.